Hi Tarot friends, it's Jade here with Tarot Your Truth, and I'm back with another installment in my Walking Through the Tarot series where I go through card by card, one per video, and we're walking through the entire tarot deck. As per usual, I will always leave the RWS version art. This is the Radiant My Spirit tarot deck, also called the Dirty Pam. I'm going to leave that over on the right, and I will put several other cards, maybe about 40 or so. I think I have about 42 cards total or so, over on the left, so that we can compare the artwork and also look at some of the different meanings and see how those compare and contrast. If this is your first time visiting, please have a look at the playlist. I will try to remember to link it down below so that you can see the other cards in this series. And if this, and welcome again. I appreciate your spending time with me. If this is not the first time you visited, then again, welcome back and thank you so much for choosing to spend time with me. So without further ado, let's get moving, and I'll start with reading the RWS traditional meaning for this card, which is the Judgment card. So according to Kitchen Table Tarot, the statement that goes along with this card is, I am seeing. The sun brought to light all of your past mistakes, the lies, the embarrassments, and the hard lessons behind you. It's hard to accept, but you must. Those mistakes and hard truths made you the great person you are today. Accept that your life is full of holes and mistakes and scuffs, and all the little flaws are what made you beautiful. This card comes up a lot when we reach a crossroads. We can continue the way we have been. We can challenge ourselves and find our authentic path. If we accept the flaws and bring them into ourselves, maybe we can feel lighter and move onward. On the shadow side, this says making others feel small or less than, such as by gossip or other malicious behavior. Another source says an unfolding sense of one's part and purpose in the world and the universe. Awareness of the interrelation of all things. On the shadow side, fear of the unknown, isolation, and separation. So it is an interesting, I find this an interesting card. I think there's probably going to be the most variation in meanings in this card that I've seen anyway so far, but we'll go through and have a look. Over here I just threw for the fun of it the Spirit of Halloween Tarot, which I don't use as a tarot deck, just use it for fun. This card is absolutely hilarious. This is the Housewives Tarot. Absolutely freaking hilarious. I would like to, that's not Judgment. I don't know what is. Judgment in a modern way, or more modern than the dead all coming back and ascending. All right, so this one says, assessment, acceptance, harsh criticism. Let's see if we can see here. The time has come to weigh the facts and yourself. Judgment is about abandoning bad habits and accepting yourself for who you really are. Don't be modest. Take credit for all your good deeds and valuable traits. Shed the negative thoughts that weigh you down with their high-calorie burdens. True happiness is more about eliminating self-esteem than losing those pesky 5 pounds. I think this is a fabulous card. It made me crack up laughing the first time I saw it, but part of that I think is because I just find it so true. The Santa Muerte the Tarot de la Nuit. I really like this card. So this is quite different as well, right? This is someone leaving. It looks like there's some, maybe those are stairs, but looks like it's an archway through a tree into a different area. I would like to read this card. Okay, so new beginnings, new world arising, rebirth, moving on from one stage to another. She is your guide. You're about to reach a new stage in your life, and she'll help you through the transition. You've already realized that you need to live your life in a different way, and this card is here to confirm it. She's your calling, and you are the action. You know all you need to at this moment to move to the next level. Look forward. This is a time for personal cleansing. Get rid of guilt, sorrow, past mistakes. Purge your soul. Start fresh. If you're at a crossroads, trust your intuition and your judgment. Your past experiences made you who you are, and you can keep the best from them to begin a new chapter. I love that. I love that meaning. The art history for past lives. The zombie tarot. The deviant moon. Let's see what the deviant moon says. If I can find a little booklet quickly. Yep. Okay. So, let's see. It says, corpses rise from their tombs as the angel awakens them with a blast of his horn. All beg for redemption as judgment is set forth upon the land. The upright meaning accountability for one's actions, new beginnings, awakening. Fearful of death, guilty feelings, worry, or delay on the reversed side. So I think, this card is all about judging yourself. Maybe you're being judged, but it's really about taking responsibility for your own actions, I think. The Game of Thrones. Actually, let's have a look at what that one says. Okay, so the past, second chances, memories, guilt, awakening, the soul. Number 20 reduces to number 2. The number associated with opposites and choices. Judgment often appears in a reading when you are on the brink of change, and with it comes memories, dreams from the past, and people reappearing in your life. You may decide to give a situation or a relationship a second chance, or otherwise review your behavior and see at a higher level the life lessons offered. The card suggests spiritual awakening, connecting with angels and guides. This is a powerful opportunity to make sense of the past. Also, fame, reputation. On the shadow side, the past disrupts the present. You may judge yourself too harshly and feel guilty, or be trapped in old habits or negative relationships. Also shows up to show the process of grieving. Interesting. Okay, so the vice versa. This is the front, so not that unlike the RWS in that there is an angel and people down below on the cracked earth. And then on the shadow side, we're clearly in a graveyard. He's holding a skull, she's holding an egg. The child is just standing there. Everyday Witch, I really love this card. She's marching to her own tune. Whenever I see this card, I kind of think of myself because I tend to march to my own drum. Okay, so the saying that goes with this is, here we go again. Are you following your own music or dancing to someone else's tune? Judgment reminds us to listen to our own inner wisdom. It can also be a suggestion that we are judging ourselves too harshly or taking others' judgment for us to heart. I A judgment card in your reading may be an indication that it is time to let go of the old and embrace the new. Rebirth and renewal await you if you are willing to go down the path that will take you there. Interesting. Okay, the Gilded. The Revelations, right side up. And on the reverse, the Aquarian Tarot. The Muse, although this card is called Awakening. The Mermaid Tarot. Dame Darcy. Hidden Realms. This card is called Life Renewed. Let's have a look at what the Hidden Realms says. There is no judgment, only the promise of fresh starts and new beginnings. The Life Renewed card brings a clear slate with a sense of purpose. You're being given the opportunity to begin anew and become what you're meant to be. And I just dropped all of the rest of the cards. So bear with me for just a moment. There's the Teramuha. Sorry, I've just dropped them all. I need to pick them all up so that I can show you. Oh my goodness. It's a good thing my dog is not here. Okay. The Joie de Vivre. Oh, I hope I got them all. All right. The Emerging Toronto Artists. This is a weird card for me. I don't get this card. I'm not sure what's with the what's with those guys. I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm gonna take these out of the way here. And the Pagan Otherworlds. I do very much like that card. The New Mythic. This is the Next World Tarot. The Spiral Tarot. The Shadowscapes Tarot. And let's see what Shadowscape says. Enlightenment and understanding, glory, achieving prominence, the constant renewal of life, of vitality, of being filled with radiant joy, energy, invigoration, and good health. Being full of assurance and confidence, a clarity of vision and purpose lit by the clear day of light. Like it. That's the Crow. The Wild Unknown. The Chocoli. The Fountain Tarot. Love it. The Mystical Manga. Crystal Visions. Mystic Mondays. And the Dark Mansion. I find this one fun. The angel is still there, only the angel is playing a saxophone, and we've got a party going on. Playing some stringed instrument. Is that a cello maybe? and the piano. Interesting. Okay. And let's look at the ancient Italian and Marseille style. So again, very similar to the RWS. So is the Marseille, that is the Tarot Classic. Almost identical to the Marshmallow Marseille. As well as the Classical Tarot. Although it's interesting, this one, they're in flames. So is this supposed to be, are they in hell? Is that what it's supposed to be about? I was reading, actually, just incidentally, I was reading something about this particular card, and I think it was Dusty White said, this card, they're all, whoever, so Pixie only drew the line art, right? And then I guess it was someone at the printers maybe that chose the specific colors and that actually drew it in. And they screwed up with this card because these coffins are not in water, right? These coffins are actually just in a cemetery. So they're not just going to all of a sudden float out of the water. So they messed up with that card. Anyway, it's just something kind of fun. And although it's interesting because we have water here as well. Anyway, take it for what you will. And the Sopraffino, again, Judgment, very similar to the RWS. Or I should probably say the RWS is very similar to that one. And then the one JJ Swiss. So let's have a look at what Mr. Kaplan says about this card. This card suggests atonement, judgment, the need to repent and forgive, the moment to account for the manner in which we have used our opportunities, the possibility that present conduct towards other people is unfair and unkind, rejuvenation, rebirth, improvement, development, promotion, the desire for immortality. That's interesting. The possibility exists that someone is taking unfair advantage of you and will be sorry in the future. Legal judgment in one's favor. Also interesting. I would have thought that would have been more on the justice side. Justice card. The outcome of a lawsuit or personal conflict. One should carefully consider present actions as they affect other persons. Success will come easier if you are honest with yourself. On the shadow side, delay, disappointment, failure to face facts, indecision, divorce, procrastination, theft, alienation of affection. Interesting. So that is quite different. You know, everything, this card is everything from judging yourself, needing to judge yourself, or being judged by others, or marching to your own tune, a favorable judgment in terms of a lawsuit. So there's all kinds of different interpretations depending on the question that you have. I haven't, to me, this has come up in readings where I did some shadow work, and you know, in some situations it showed me that I was judging myself too harshly, perhaps. In other, I've also had this card indicate to me that you know, I was kind of right to dance to my own tune and not just follow in like a lemming. Just because things have always been done a specific way doesn't mean that it's always the right way. That's sort of how it's come up to me. or how has come up for me so far. But I can see that those, especially in the Tarot Classic meanings, there's quite an expanded view of this. I'd love to know how this this card comes up for you, or has come up for you. Do you assign any specific thing? Do you go by the book meanings, or do you just strictly go off of what the artwork says to you? I'd love to know. Please leave me a comment down below. And please don't forget to hit like and subscribe and share with your friends. I would really appreciate it. And until next time, we'll meet again for card 21, which is the last card in the Major Arcana, which is the World. Bye for now.